Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm the OPJellicent and we're back here on Pokemon Showdown. Got this team right here with an Assault Vest Volcanion on it, which is pretty reliably able to pivot into Pokemon like Kingdra under Rain and Ash Greninja. And our moves right here are Steam Eruption plus Fire Blast for our dual stab. Sludge Wave is great to hit stuff like Clefable and Tapu Fini. And then Earth Power is really just used to hit Toxapex for a little bit of damage. Like pretty much against every other Pokemon you're going to be hitting it with some other attack right here, but I definitely wanted Earth Power to be able to dent Toxapex down, so that's why we got that right there. And then Water Absorb allows us to be able to pivot into water type attacks if we are really predicting one, so that's always a nice option right here. And yeah, hopefully it can put in a lot of work. Our speed investment is for Landorus T with a defensive spread. I believe they're on 223, so I went up to 224 right here, and then I put 64 in HP, which still allows us to have an odd HP stat, so we can switch into rocks 4 times. So that's very good. And then I'm pairing it with Scarf Serperior right here once again, and this is able to pressure Gastrodon, which Volcanion can't really touch at all, so that's very good. I can't believe I've never actually tried this out before recently, because I usually never used Serperior, but I actually really enjoy using it now. Like, I guess the other set is the Glare and Substitute with Leech Seed and Leaf Storm. I don't really like that set because I find that it's kind of, in some matchups it does really well, and then in others it's just dead weight, but I really like Choice Scarf just because it's able to outspeed a lot of other Scarfers like Kartana and Garchomp, so hopefully this can pick up a couple sweeps too. We got Specs Lele right here, another Pokemon that I don't really use too much, well at least this set, but I definitely wanted the ability to pressure Toxapex more reliably with Psychic right here, just because we don't have any way of 2-hit KOing it with these two Pokemon right here without allowing them to Toxic use, so Lele is great. And we got Defog Torn right here just because I'm not running Defog on Serperior or Volcanion right here because they're both Choice Mons, so we got Defog Torn with our Z move. Spadef Jirachi right here for our Rocker, which is able to switch into opposing Tapu Lele just because Volcanion doesn't really take Psychic even though we are Assault Vest. And then finally Mega Lopunny right here, which kind of let us down the last time I used it. It missed 2 high jump kicks, but hopefully we can go ahead and change that around right now. But it's also able to go ahead and pressure Chansey, which this team really hates breaking through Chansey. Like, nothing really 2-hit KOs it. Even Specs Psyshock from Lele right here is not able to 2-hit KO it without rocks, so Mega Lopunny is very important, and yeah, that's going to be the team. It'll be down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out, and I'll be right back with our first game. Okay, I got the first game right here, facing off against a Rain team, which is actually not the worst matchup ever. Scarf Serperior can actually outspeed the Swampert if it's adamant, of course, but I'm going to lead off here with the Volcanion, I wasn't expecting Torn, I was more expecting the Pelipper, but what I can do right here is just go right for a Steam Eruption, as I'll be able to take any sort of Z move because of my Assault Vest, and ideally I hit and do a ton of damage because damage on Torn is really great for Scarf Serperior, and I think that's how I'm going to be winning this game. So let's click Steam Eruption again right here, as I'm assuming he'll go out into Pelipper now, and I'll be able to go ahead and hit that for a bit of damage, especially under Rain. It'll do quite a lot, so we're able to go ahead and Steam Eruption, and wow, that is a lot of damage. I'm going to go ahead and click I think probably Fire Blast here, expecting Ferrothorn. Unfortunately, he actually has decided to stay in. Very confused about that, but I'll go for Sludge Wave here then, and just get rid of it. So, no Rain for my opponent, which is really good. Goes out into Greninja. So this is a little bit of an issue. I don't really have good checks to this Pokemon. What I might be able to do here is go right for the... I mean, I can Earth Power here. Do I feel the need to preserve this? Not really. It's kind of outsped by everything now. It got rid of the Pelipper, which was cool. I'll just go for Steam Eruption, as my opponent decides to go for Dark Pulse, which actually allows me to get in Mega Lopunny if I want to do that. Or perhaps Tapu Lele here is a good idea too. I feel like Tapu Lele is actually an okay bet right here. Or perhaps, I can't go Jirachi. It's either Serperior, Tapu Lele, or Lopunny right here. I think maybe Lopunny is fine. I can bring this out now. And just Mega Evolve right now and go for Ice Punch, as I'm able to go ahead and catch the Landorus on the switch in, which is cool. I'll be able to go ahead and Ice Punch that Pokemon down. It is leftovers, so that's very good information. I'll go for Ice Punch again, as my opponent goes Ferrothorn. I'll click High Jump Kick here because I need damage off on this for my Serperior. I'll click High Jump Kick again now, as my opponent decides to go back to the Landorus T. I'm setting up Serperior right here, and I already got all the damage that I need, so let's click Ice Punch. And then let's go for High Jump Kick again. I'm not going to overpredict. Yeah, I think Serperior just kind of wins the game, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to go probably Torn here on the Greninja. Try to click my Z move if I can, as that blows me away. And let's clean this game up now. I'm going to go ahead and sweep with Leaf Storm. Ideally, I hit all of them, and then I basically win the game right now, which is cool. Get rid of that. And nothing lives. Nothing is going to take this hit. I already got the damage off on Torn that I needed, so this will go down. Yep. And these last two Pokemon will not be able to take me on right here, so I think we're good. Scarf Serperior is going to be able to come through in this first game right here. I guess he expected me to not be Scarf. He's going to try to go off the miss here, which I will be not me missing, and basically Swampert cannot beat me, so that's going to be that game right there, and very nice, and I'll be right back with another one. Alright, I got the next game right here. I'm a little bit more worried about this one. It's rain again, but this guy has a Hawlucha, which I don't actually have any matchup against, so I don't know, it's a little bit troublesome right here, but I think in terms of lead, I'll lead off here with Tapu Lele, as I'm assuming my opponent will lead off with Pelipper. He actually leads Coco, and reveals to be, well, I guess I can't really know his item based on that, but I'll go right here for HP Fire, because if he goes Ferrothorn, then I'll get a ton of damage off for my Serperior, which I think I'm going to be trying to win with here, so yeah, I'm able to, I think this Oko's, I'm pretty sure. Nearly does, okay. And what I can do now is, I don't want him to set up with Hawlucha, so I'll go out here into my Tornadus. Well, he actually can't set up on this Pokemon, but I think Tornadus is probably, I'll just Hidden Power. And then Hidden Power again now. I don't think he'll stay in. I think he'll try to Leech Seed here, if anything, and I really don't want him Leech Seeding, so let's just take the knockout while we can, and then see what he wants to do. Yeah. So we were able to go ahead and get that play right. Still don't know how I'm beating Hawlucha, though. That's going to be an issue. Decides to go out into this Pokemon here. I mean, I can't really go Jirachi because it'll invite in Hawlucha. Could go Torn. I could also go Volcanion, perhaps. This is tough. I gotta figure this out. I don't think I'm going Serperior because it kind of wins the game after I get rid of Hawlucha. I could go perhaps into Volcanion here, I think. But that's kind of my check to Pelipper and Kingdra too. Jirachi is just going to invite in Hawlucha and I get 6-0'd. I think I gotta go Torn just for the purpose of not losing to Hawlucha, so let's do that. My opponent unfortunately misses a Thunder. I was not going for the miss, I was just hoping that I would not get loose to the Hawlucha right there, but let's go ahead and once again reverse this terrain on the Volt Switch and make sure that my opponent cannot get the Hawlucha in for free, basically. My opponent decides to go Pelipper. I'm pretty sure Spec Psychic is going to blow back anything, so let's click that right now. And if my opponent goes back to Tapu Koko, and I get rid of that Pokemon, which ideally I do right here, then I think I don't think Hawlucha can win anymore. So that's going to be very good for me. Did I burn my Z move yet? I did not, so I think I'm actually good right here. Because all I do is stay in Psychic, right? And then he has to like hope I choke and try to SD up or something like that. I think that's going to be his play. Or another option right here for him could be going out into a Water-type Pokemon and trying to double out into the Hawlucha. But that's not a play I'm really going to fall for. I'm just going to go for Psychic. On the Ice Punch, that's totally cool. And since he went for Ice Punch now, what I can do is perhaps go Serperior here. Serperior could work. So can Mega Lopunny. I guess, no, Volcanion's not going to get the job done. Is there a reason to go? I feel like I need to keep Volcanion alive for the Kingdra. Do I just go Serperior here? I don't know, it's an option for sure. Because I'll live an Ice Punch, I'm almost positive, but I think there's a better play here. Maybe Lopunny could work. Lopunny, I think that'll let the Hawlucha set up though. So it's got to be Torn, Volcanion, or Serperior. I'm going to go Serperior because I think I can take on the Hawlucha with the Leaf Storm boosts. So let's go ahead and click this now. Yeah, out comes Hawlucha. As long as I hit my Leaf Storms here, I think I'm fine. Okay, good. He has to attack me here, which is the big thing. Unless he tries to go off the choke. He actually clicks the attack that doesn't knock me out, so that could actually end up costing him a lot, depending on what other sort of sets he has. Goes Kingdra here. Volcanion is my switch into Kingdra, so I'll go ahead and bring that out, and just, I'll be going for Steam Eruption now. That's my play. I'm assuming he's locked in. He could be Devastating Drake, I guess. He's just going to try to freeze me, but that's not going to work out for him. I guess I might play a Steam Eruption, right? Yeah, let's continue clicking that. Because at the end of the day, I'll be able to stall out the rain with Lopunny, I think. He's really intent on sacking this, I don't know why, but I'll go for, I'm continuing to click Steam Eruption here no matter what. as my opponent decides to go Pelipper, which I will be able to take on pretty easily. I actually will outspeed it here, so he has to try to go Swampert or a miss, I think. Or he goes back to Kingdra, or he just sacks the rain, and I think that should secure it because all I gotta do is fake out and then stall out this rain right now, so I don't think there's a reason to keep this Pokemon in. I think I just go Jirachi. On the Earthquake, go Lopunny here. Always fake out for sure. Yeah, always fake out here. And then go Tornadus on Waterfall / Ice Punch. Ideally Earthquakes, expecting Volcanion. That's like the hope here. But as long as I hit my Leaf Storms, I guarantee to win this. Goes for Waterfall, good play on his part. I go for Fake Out here, and then I think Serperior can clean this up. Because I got a ton of damage on Kingdra. So I need Serperior to come through, basically. Or maybe Lopunny might just be able to do it on its own, too. That's always a possibility. He actually does switch out, which doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah, that play made, that was a very bizarre play right there, because even if he has Rain Dance on this, it can't set up on my Volcanion, so let's bring out Volcanion here, go back to this Pokemon, click Fake Out, and then I think I'll just return, because I think it'll put it in range of Serperior. I don't know, we'll see based on how much damage this Fake Out does. Fake Out does 18, I think Return puts it in range of Knockoff. I'll have Jump Kick. And I'll be able to go ahead and knock that Pokemon out right there. I mean, I had Leaf Storm in the back anyway, but we're able to go ahead and beat 2 Rain teams in a row, which is definitely very cool. And yeah, I'll be right back with another one. So there's clearly a trend right here. If I find another Rain team after this one, I'm going to go ahead and cut the battle out, but I'm going to play against this one for you guys too. Lead off here with my Lele, expecting Pelipper lead. And then I think I'll click Moonblast, perhaps. I mean, he could lead off with his Lando, I guess, but I'm just hoping to not see Weavile is the main thing. Okay, should I really be risking Lele early? I think a much better lead right here could just be Lopunny, but I don't want the... I think Tapu Lele can pressure his team so easily early. The only bad thing would be Weavile. But I'm not clicking Psychic, because I just lose my Mon to Weavile. Like, his play should be to go Magnezone, but I don't want him going out into, like, Weavile on a Moonblast. So he actually does lead off with Landorus T. I don't think I'm staying in. I'm just going to switch this Mon out, since it does so much, into my Torn here. On Magnezone. I outspeed Scarf Magnezone so I can U-turn out. And just bring in Jirachi here. Jirachi's not, like, super important, and it'll allow me to get up rocks at least to pressure the Weavile a little bit. As I'm assuming he'll go for the U-turn out. He actually doesn't, so I'm going to preserve this for healing Wish support and just go for a U-turn here. It's interesting that he's giving me damage on this because it's just checked to my Serperior. Well, one of them. So Serperior is clearly my way of winning this game right here. So I think perhaps I just go back to Torn and sack that off, maybe? Or I take damage on Lopunny, which I don't think is smart. Or I take damage on Volcanion, which I also don't think is very smart. Tricky scenario. I think he specs, right? Based on 35%. Let's calc that. Jirachi. Stealth Rock. I run a lot more Spidef on this. I have 192 against a Magnezone. Let's find this out. Okay, so I think he's probably... Is he the Belt? Or what's the... Is he Zap Plate? He might be Zap Plate because he's doing 35. Let me just double check my spread right here and make sure that's correct. My Jirachi is running 196. And max HP. So against 196, he is doing... let's put Choice Specs on there. There's 35 a roll for Choice Specs. No, it's not. What is he? 35%. Well, we know he's not Choice Scarf, so I'll bring this out here. And I'll outspeed him no matter what, so I get to click High Jump Kick if I want. Yeah, and that's going to be my play here. As I'm able to go ahead and actually get a really big crit on that thing. That's really unfortunate for my opponent. I'll be able to go right here into my Torn. Yeah, I'll acknowledge the crit for sure. He goes out into Pelipper. I'm clicking my Z move, man. If you want to stay in and give me a Rain Setter, that'll be huge. He makes the correct play and goes Magnezone. Good for him. I'll go right here for U-turn. Was he outspeeding my Jirachi earlier? What was happening earlier? So against the Jirachi, he went Magnezone. That was earlier. What happened here? Jirachi used U-turn. and then Magnezone came out. So I think what I'm going to do right here is Healing Wish out. Yeah, I'm going to Healing Wish back my Lopunny here, just because of how good it is in this match. Bring this Mon back right now, and I get a kill with High Jump Kick, or at least a lot of damage on something. And if it's on Magnezone, I'm going to take that damage any day because it'll free up my Serperior. I want to get Volcanion in though. Like, Volcanion can definitely do a lot of work right here, except for Swampert. Swampert's the main thing that's stopping it. So I'm assuming he goes for Earthquake, so I'll go Torn. Power Punch. Ooh. Huh. It's a little bit of an issue. I'll go for U-turn here. So do I think he's Adamant? If he's Adamant, I outspeed with this, and I think he's Adamant. I'm gonna go Serperior. He has to be Adamant right here, right? Okay, he goes Magnezone. That's actually an interesting play because I get to Leaf Storm again now, knock it out, and then I live Banded Ice Shard. Unless you're Scarf Weavile, you have to sack your Range Setter now and then bring this Mon back, or sack another Pokemon. Yes, he has to go Pelipper here. I'll Leaf Storm this. And if I miss any Hurricanes me, then I think I lose, but Serperior has been pretty cool with the Leaf Storm so far. Let's see if it can continue that trend. Yeah, so I get to Leaf Storm here, as he makes the correct play and sacks Weavile, okay. Then he's probably going to go Kingdra here, I would assume. To which I can respond with a Volcanion every time. That Draco did so much damage. Alright, I'm going to Steam Eruption here, expecting Swampert to come out. Yep. We're able to go ahead and bring that all the way down. And, do I have a reason to stay in? Yeah, I do. I think I keep this, I think I sack this Pokemon off to that attack. Bring this out. Hit him up with the Fake Out. He has no reason to stay in because he dies to hazards, right? So, I get rid of that. And then, Serperior can take any one attack. So he has to go for Hydro Pump here. So I'll go for High Jump Kick. Then bring out Serperior. Go right for the Glare, I think. Yeah, slow that Pokemon down, Glare the other thing, and then win with my Tapu Lele's Psychic as the play. And knock me out. I bring this in. I click Moonblast. Healthiest the Pelipper? 51, yeah, I click Moonblast here. And I guaranteed outspeed Kingdra, even under range. So I get rid of that. And even Timid Kingdra cannot outspeed me right here. So I think I'm good to go right now because of the Glare. And that should be that. So 3 rain teams toppled in a row, which is cool. If I find rain again, once again, I'm going to cut the game out. But yeah, let's go ahead and find out right here. I'll drop a GG, and I'll be right back with another game. Okay, so I'm not going to go ahead and count just Z Rain Dance Manaphy as another rain team. I'm going to go ahead and play this one right here. Serperior is actually really great. Being able to Glare every single setup mon is amazing. And I do want to try to get up rocks early if I can. I'll lead off here with my Lopunny because it can fake out both the Drill and the other thing. I'll go ahead and go for Fake Out here. And I actually got a crit. Does that mean I'm going to... If I can knock him out here, I'll take the kill. Like, that really sucks if I actually put him in range, but let's find out here. If this is a roll where I don't kill, it's not worth staying in. Yeah, I don't knock him out, so... same deal, though. I'm not going to stay in then. I can go Torn. I mean, what does Torn do for me? It defogs. It's able to pressure stuff with Z-move. Yeah, Torn is actually good here. I don't know. Every Pokemon is fairly nice to have around. I can go Jirachi. It'll just die to Earthquake, though, after. And that's my Rocker. Maybe I do just return. And I'm going to go Torn on that. Then get in Jirachi on the Quick Attack. No, I'm gonna Z-move here on the off chance he wants to choke and not Quick Attack. Okay, so he makes the correct play, good for him. And now what I can do is get in my Volcanion here and do some work because I live any sort of hit right here. And I'll be going right now for the Steam Eruption. Obviously, taking such a giant hit right here would suck in terms of dealing with Manaphy. Can I burn him? I already hacked him once, and I burn him. That's really fortunate for me. I'm actually getting pretty lucky here, as opposed to the other live where I missed 2 high jump kicks and 3 Hydro Pumps. But yeah, that's definitely very fortunate, especially if that's just a Rocker, because he really can't get up rocks now. So unfortunately, I think this actually outspeeds my Jirachi. so I can't really get up rocks on this. But he's just gonna click Earthquake, right? I mean, I can go Lopunny. I want to keep this around just to help out against the Manaphy. But I have Serperior for that, so am I that worried about that or not? I really need rocks up if I can get them. So let's go Lopunny here, I think, maybe. Tough call. Tapu Lele is another potential play. I'm gonna go Lele. Wow, he crit. Okay, so he gets some revenge hacks right there. Good for him. Definitely. I mean, it was kind of deserved, I guess, because he didn't get up his rocks, but I would have been able to throw on off a Specs attack right there. It is what it is, though. Let's see what we can do now. I can't click Fake Out here, so I'll go for the high jump kick. And then I think what I'm going to be doing to win this game is... He actually goes hard Dragonite. Okay, please hit. Nice. And he can't extreme speed me, so I get to click Ice Punch now and get rid of him. Goes Manaphy. I'll be clicking... Does he have Psychic under Psychic Terrain? I'll click High Jump Kick here once. I don't think he Psychics right away. I think he Tail Glows or Z-Rain Dances. Or just Ice Beams, okay. I think he wants to get me in range of the Pinsir, perhaps. I think that's what he's trying to do right here, yeah. I mean, it looks like it, based on how things are going. I do want to keep Lopunny alive, though, so I'm able to get rid of Manaphy, which is another pretty big threat. And I broke the Dragonite's multi-scale, so that's very good for me. Brings out Pinsir here. I'm going to expect the Quick Attack and switch out. Nice, and what this allows me to do is I can either Iron Head him to get up rocks, to put him in range of Serperior, or I can go ahead and get up rocks here. I think Iron Head's a better play. As my opponent actually decides to switch out, I'll try to get up rocks now then. Ideally, I live one Earthquake. It would be the best case scenario. Okay, I'm able to live one, which is cool. That's all I really needed. Because now what I get to do is go right here for the Healing Wish, I think, on the off chance he does an Earthquake again. And then in case he's Scarf, which I think he might be, I can bring this out now and click Leaf Storm here. My opponent goes out into Dragonite and takes nothing from that attack. Wow. So I gotta switch this out then, to keep it out of range of Quick Attack. Yeah, I knew the Z-move was coming out, and nothing I could really do right there. I'll go right for the Steam Eruption on the extreme speed, bring this out right here, go right for the... Just the Ice Punch is fine. Okay. I think I lose to Pinsir though, which is the problem. Unless Serperior wants to be clutch, so... Yeah, brings it out. I don't think I can beat his team with this. I'll bring this out now and click Leaf Storm here. He's just going to Quick Attack and then knock me out with Mimikyu, so I think this is an L. Unless he chokes right here and doesn't Quick Attack. Yeah, I need him to, like, go for Play Rough and miss. That's my win con. Or if he Scarf Drill, then... I mean, I'll be able to knock out Drill, I think, which is cool, but... I still think I lose to Mimikyu. Yeah, so it was clearly Scarf Drill, but... I can't beat Mimikyu, unfortunately. Yeah, he's able to go ahead and... Let's see if he fired off a Z-move or not. So yeah, I'm at +6 right here, and he just goes for Shadow Claw, and that's able to get the job done. So I'll drop a GG right there. Really unfortunate, but it was a pretty close match right there, and I definitely enjoyed it. So I'll be right back with another game. Okay, I got the next game right here. This team is blown away by Scarf Serperior, so that's going to be one of my priorities right here, especially because I don't think he has a Scarfer at all, because he's earning Sticky Webs offense right here. So I think perhaps what I want to do right here is just lead off with my Mega Lopunny against this Ribombee right here, and I'm going to go ahead and click Return in regular form, so that way I don't die to Moonblast. Yeah, and I'm able to go ahead and do that right there, bring him all the way down. And now I'll Mega Evolve and click Return in this form. Ideally, he doesn't Static Parry me with the Zapdos if he goes out into that. But yeah, I'm able to go ahead and knock that Pokemon out right there, so that's great. Out comes Zapdos right here. I do want to defog if I can, but in terms of pivoting in right now, I think Jirachi is the play, so let's go ahead and do that right here. On just a Discharge, which is cool. And I think I can get a slow U-turn out right here, which is kind of what I want, so let's find out. He does go for that attack right there. This allows me to get in my Tapu Lele now, and I don't see a Moonblast switch in, so I'll be clicking that. This guy's just playing off the Para, I think, which I really don't, like, agree with, but... And he gets the Para, so ideally I don't get fully paralyzed right here. Yeah, and I do another 75%, so... That's terrible, because this is the one Pokemon that could actually take on Serperior to some extent, so I'm pretty salty about that, especially because Tapu Lele being paralyzed is terrible, but yeah, that's really lame. I could have just won with Serperior on the spot, but I guess we'll try to figure it out anyway. I'll go Volcanion next, and I guess I'll click Steam Eruption here. Don't paralyze me again, please. Like, you have a special attack drop, no Assault Vest now, so I do hit, do a ton of damage. This is more accurate, so I'll click that. Yeah, man, you're not gonna get out of this alive. And then after this thing goes down, all I do is defog, and then I can live an Ice Shard for Mamoswine, like, or anything like that, so that's good. This guy's really trying to play off my miss. Yeah, there's a burn. Yeah, and I'm able to get rid of that Pokemon, so I don't see how he's stopping my Serperior now. Which is really good. I don't know why he kept that in. Like, you already got lucky, and you sacked it off anyway, so that's a little bit confusing. But I'll go right here for this, and then bring out Torn. And I think my first play should be going for the Z move, and then defogging is probably the decision. Yeah, get rid of Medi. Goes Gren. I'll try to defog here, as thankfully I'm able to not get flinched, which is amazing. And now I'll go Lopunny. And click high jump kick and get a kill. Nice. And I mean, like, even Cortana won't be able to clean my team up. I should preserve this, not Torn, though. So he goes for Leaf Blade. I'll go right for the Hurricane. As he's not even Scarf. Okay, so yeah, this I think is over. I'll go for U-turn here on the Ice Shard. Click Fake Out. And just follow it up with a Return. And I guess I'll just switch it out. And click Iron Head. So I'm glad we were able to win that after I got fully paralyzed with my Specs Lele. I mean, obviously going Lele was a little bit questionable under webs, but I knew that all I had to do was break through the Zapdos, and then Serperior would end up cleaning late game anyway. So that worked out for us, and I'll be right back with another game. Okay, so I figured we've played so much Rain in this live, might as well end it off by playing Rain again and see if we can do the same thing right here. Just because we actually have such a good matchup against Rain anyway, so let's see if we can kind of replicate what we've done in the previous matchups right here. And first thing I'm going to do right here is lead off with my Lele on the Pelipper and just click Spec Psyshock. Just because it can catch Magearna on a switch-in, and Magearna is the one thing that's stopping my Scarf Serperior. And nothing else actually comes in. AV Torn will get knocked out. This is going to take a ton. Oh my god, yeah. And I think I'm just going to click it again here. And I actually get a crit. I was not going for the crit, but after I knock out that Magearna right there, I basically win with Serperior, which was the main thing that I was going for, so... Like, after I got that second Psyshock off, I would have been able to do that. It brings out Swampert now, which I definitely do have a little bit of trouble against. I'm going to go out here into Volcanion on the Ice Punch, and then go Torn on the Earthquake. Actually gets up Rocks. Good play. I could have Steam Eruptioned you, though. I think I should just probably defog here. Yeah. Wow, it just O-code. Dang, that's strong. Okay, well, what I want to try to do right here is try to get in a position where I can get in Serperior and click Leaf Storm pretty reliably. So let's do that now. I don't know how much I'm doing to Torn, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm able to go ahead and outspeed because I'm Scarf, and brings out Torn now. Jirachi is my switch in here on the Hurricane. I can go ahead and U-turn out here on the Taunt. Taunt is fine as long as I can get in my Volcanion, I think. Or I go Lele and just get a kill. Yeah, I think Lele is a better play because basically if I knock out Torn, I'd win with Serperior. So let's go ahead and click Psychic. Yeah, and basically with that Pokemon being gone, I think I'm good with my Serperior now. So what I can do now is just go right for a Psychic here on the Volt. Yeah, Volt is not a problem. Brings out his Pelipper, which is totally cool with me. I think perhaps a good play on my part would be going Lopunny here, and just Mega Evolving and clicking Return. I think Hard Kingdra is a very possible play on his end. Yeah, and that's why I clicked Return right there. So now what I can do is sack off Jirachi to this Pokemon. To the Draco Meteor. Click U-turn here. I think he's spexed into that, so I should be good in that regard. Brings this out. I can go Lopunny here, click Fake Out, which is basically able to take on any other thing he wants to do. That's actually a really Fizz-Def Pelipper. Okay, I'll go back to Jirachi every time. And I guess I might as well throw up Rocks, as he's just going for Confusions. I'll go for U-turn, just in case I need this for Healing Wish support, but I'll go Volcanion now on the U-turn. As my opponent brings this Pokemon out. Okay, cool. I think I can live and attack. Should I test it out just to see if I can live? It's not worth it. I'll go Jirachi on the Volt. Is this actually Scarf? Like, the only way he can win is if he's Scarf Brave Bird, which I don't know if he would actually be that set. But I think perhaps Lopunny is the play here. I think Return will kill him. Yes, let's go for Fake Out. Scarf Coco, huh? Okay, now what I can do is click Return. And I think I'll be able to beat this Rain Team too, perhaps? Sex off Coco. I don't know why he did that. That was like the one thing that could actually take me on. Yeah, now I just go out into Volcanion here. Bring this Pokemon back out. Click Fake Out. And then I'm good to go now. He's going to go ahead and forfeit. So that's able to work out for us for sure. And yeah, that's going to be the end of the live. We beat 4 Rain teams in this live, which is definitely very cool. Let's quickly see where we end up on the ladder if it wants to come up soon. But yeah, I believe we went 5-1, which is definitely very good. 4 wins against a Rain, which is definitely pretty unique compared to how a lot of my other lives go, but it doesn't appear to want to show up, so I'll go ahead and check off screen. I know it's in the 1700s though, so that's definitely very cool. Did hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, the team will be down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out, and I'll see you next time. Later.